Viewer discretion is advised while watching this program. The thoughts and views expressed are solely those of the two hosts. So, what do you want to talk about?
I don't know.
That was my bad. That was my bad, Cody Rhodes.
It's a big weekend.
Where should we begin? Which VIP
Sponsor
experience?
bubbly. Are you drinking bubbly or anything? Do you need anything?
I should go get one. Let me go get one. Let me go get one. Let me go get something. Give me 1 second. I was not
I got
prepared.
orange cream. Here it is, orange cream bubbly. And if I finish this quick, I'm gonna have my non-alcoholic beer. It's Athletic Beer. It's also a new sponsor. It's the beer for athletes like me.
Gonna have to go with Old Reliable, and I only have one cold one.
This Saturday in Oakland, California, at Drake's Brewery, probably around 6-7 p.m. I'm gonna get in there. I'm having a three-way. And it's not the kind of three-way that sinners have. It's the kind of three-way that only the apostle, the only kind of three-way he will participate in. And in that three-way, I'm going to dominate Guapolupe and Chiva. One big, one small. I'll smash one into the other, and then I'll drop Chiva on top, crush Guapolupe.
I don't know what happened to the apostle, guys.
And I'll probably
I don't know what's going on.
not only win that match, but
we're live
there's a chance I'll beat up a couple sinners in the crowd too.
Well,
because Saturday night
this is just a technical difficulty on the
beat
puzzles
sinners down, so then Sunday morning
right
come
now,
falling on their knees, and hoping that
when he gets back,
the apostle won't smite them down and put them on the naughty list. And this isn't a Santa Claus naughty list. This
we can
is a naughty
continue
list
on with the episode
for sinners. When you step up to the pearly gates and the apostle spirit is there, because the real apostle's down on this planet for now, just killing sinners left and right.
Continue.
So when you get up there and you see my aura up there, it's whispering to St. Peter or St. Samuel or whatever the saints are. I don't have time to study saints. I'm just dominating down here, killing sinners left and right,
for myself,
just like I do this Saturday at Drake's Brewery.
and his wife.
This promo's so good, I might even clip this,
time down there in the
send it to the Puppet Wars
Las Vegas airport, Las Vegas area.
Facebook,
did a lot of fun stuff. And, I'm hoping
Instagrams, Twitters.
We're going to get to talk about it here.
Maybe there's a blue sky. I don't know. I don't go on there. That has nothing to do with me.
I'm not sure if...
What I do know is the Apostle's going to win this week. He's going to get his rightful title match.
What's going on?
For the Puppet Master title. And then from there, probably tour the world. Probably take the title to Japan, Kazakhstan.
Welcome, you guys, to
India,
the Apostle Songbird show.
Western India,
the Songbird,
the Chechnya, probably some of the Slavic countries.
Want to give a shout out to all our friends out there. Do a tour
of Transylvania.
Everybody else that's been supporting us for all these years.
Great Britain, not so Great Britain.
You know who you are. No
Rio, and
give all your names because I'm sure there'll be somebody that we forget.
Chat.
If you've been with us,
like, share down in the comments. Let me know where the apostle
and all the
defend his Puppet Master title
and
maybe Spain, maybe Argentina, maybe
feedback.
Abu Dhabi. They seem to like to give people money to go there. I'll do it.
Get rolling here.
I'll, sinners come in all shapes, sizes, religions,
like
and
I said, I don't want to continue along this journey without Apostle today, because he was just as much of a part of this as I was.
That's all I got to say for now.
So hopefully,
if you're a dirty sinner, make it easy on yourself.
He gets back. really
repent
quick.
now, and I won't hurt you as bad as I will hurt you if you're acting like a sinner. If you repent, still got a chance for me not to chokeslam you. Probably just kick you in the stomach a few times, and that will be good enough. In Judah's name, amen. I'm thinking I might have to send somebody for a wellness check on the Songbird because he may have disappeared into the abyss.
Apostle?
Maybe the neighbor found out that he
Apostle
was watering her sunbathing spot, and with the weather changing, it's probably a little icy out there after the Songbird gets done and it's settled for a while.
Apostle, you back?
I'm betting she slipped. She got some road rash. No more sunbathing. It's a bad evening for her. So she might have come after him. I think she might have been Air Force. She probably has a gun. Songbird isn't back in the next 2 to 5 minutes. I'll send help. We'll get
Apostle. Can you hear me?
A couple of ICE agents over there. Figure out what's going on. Maybe get the full squad. San Leandro, former Drake's squad that we did a couple months ago. Oh, I guess Songbird's gone. I don't know what happened. All right. Well, we'll just keep rolling until we figure this out. I'll have to text him. Maybe that was frozen the whole time. Songbird?
Apostle?
Uh-oh, we're getting connection. Hello?
Apostle?
What's up?
Hello? Can you hear
what
me?
happened?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now
I really don't know.
You were I don't know if it froze. You were gone a long time, or it just froze.
I feel like I was talking and you were froze.
Oh, I was just cutting a promo for like 10 minutes, and I was like, I think he's coming back, but then I thought maybe his
well, I was talking and you were frozen on my end. So shall we continue along this journey that we tried to start?
Yeah, we could do it. Still got a little time. What's yeah, we're gonna talk about Songbird landing in Vegas and all the hijinks that ensued.
I think we should. I think we should. I think we
pretty much do a slideshow with all the content. I don't know if this will take a long time to edit, but I got a lot of. Maybe I'll just put everything we did at the end. I'll put pictures in as you talk, but then maybe at the end I'll try and just put everything so you could just see like the order, and even if it doesn't, some of it like jumps to the next thing, but it'll be like a nice Vegas vacation, but you wouldn't know we were in Vegas really.
So let me first off, I can't thank you and your wife enough for the hospitality that you showed me. And first off, thank you so much for making that weekend possible for me. That was exactly what I needed. It was a great Vegas getaway, and you really showed me some cool avenues and some cool things in Las Vegas that you can do. And I think one of our friends alluded to it in the pack message was about we had several VIP experiences, and we went from one VIP experience to the next, and we're going to take you guys along that roller coaster that we went on this past weekend. But not everything was all sunshine and rainbows. We do have to start off by saying how the trip did start with the flight being delayed over 2.5 hours. So we're going to have a lot of fuck yous. So the first fuck you goes to fuck you, Robbie, obviously. This portion of the show is brought to you by
that motherfucker put his Christmas tree up already. You believe that shit? I told him, take it down. It's not time yet. It's not even Halloween.
Well, I mean, there are the 12 days of fuck you, Robbie, and he looks forward to that.
He wants there to be more days. That's like 40 days of fuck you, Robbie. Apparently he wants more days, so we can give it to him.
More, sounding like he might need all the attention that he can get. So the second fuck you goes to Allegiant Airlines for your unprofessional, undeniably poor service that was encountered in the most undesirable location of all time, Santa Maria. So Allegiant and Santa Maria are two mega powers of poor customer service, poor places to be stuck in. And yeah, so we didn't get off. We didn't get off to the best start, and I was already in a pissy mood because of the antics of the fucking Trey Turner and Kevin
I'll be
Patullo.
honest.
And
After the Trey Turner and the Eagles and the whole fucking deal, like being late, I was like, this. I'm worried. I mean, it can only get better. But I was like, is there a curse? Somebody put a curse on you. Like you didn't, you rubbed Joe Boo the wrong way or something. And
I must have. And speaking of curses, we'll get into this in a little bit. But were you able to put that voodoo curse on that cunt that gave? We did have one bad. We were involved in an automobile
yeah,
accident. We got involved
that's
in a.
probably the worst thing
We
that
were
did happen.
victims of a hit and run in a freaking monsoon.
It's fucking ridiculous. Like the trash
Yeah.
that lives here that will just hit you, and then when you pull over, try to do the right thing, they fucking drive off like, oh, they'll never catch us. And then yeah, there's just a lot of scumbags. And I don't know. I don't know
All
what to
right. So eventually, after 2.5 hours of waiting in Santa Maria, I finally got to fly to Las Vegas, and I was greeted by the apostle picking me up, gave me good directions on where to go, picked me up, and I hadn't eaten, so we went and had a good meal. Shout out to Tamika and Denny's. You know, very good customer service at the Denny's
That's
over
just
there
great.
near the fun zone, the cool guy
Yeah,
zone.
yeah, yeah.
So
Right next.
finally, after years of seeing it on the podcast, I finally got to go and see in person the Cool Guy Zone. And I tell you, everybody that's listening to this, everybody that hears this, my words aren't going to do it justice. You have got to see the Cool Guy Zone in person. It is amazing. There was a lot of thought that went into it. The lighting, just the setup, the shelving. I mean, this is not me talking is not doing it service is doing it a big disservice. So if you, when and if you're invited to the Cool Guy Zone, you got to take advantage of it because it is a sight to behold. So shout out to the Cool Guy Zone. So I finally got there to the Cool Guy Zone. It's probably close to 2 in the morning. You know, then Apostle, he had set out some clothing for me and some sandals. Shout out to the sandals. Man, these sandals are almost have more spikes than my golf shoes. I think I could probably go play golf in these
Try
sandals that
that.
the apostle blessed me with a wonderful pair of house sandals that I ended
Right.
up was a parting gift that I took home with me and I've worn every opportunity and I may be wearing now. So yeah, some great sandals. So that was, you know, we got our day started bright and early, went to bed, woke up, I don't know what time it was. We weren't really taking track. We went on a great adventure, went on some fig hunts to the
Oh
local
yeah.
Targets and the Walmarts, went to a
We
vintage
both
toy
got
store, and
both
look
got
what we
things at
found
Walmart.
on the shelf. The fun of the hunt on the shelf. Not one,
Unbelievable. Yeah, two of them.
two of them.
Yeah,
Not one,
I could get the other one, but I'm like, why? I don't
but
know.
there
You get
was two. There
two
was
of them. Can
one
you
for
believe that?
one. It was like meant to be the first store that we go to. One
Yeah,
for the Apostle and one for the Songbird.
it's
So
insane.
we each got one, which was great. And then there was this other toy store, a vintage shop, and they had a sensational Queen Sherry. And I might give the Apostle the thumbs up to buy that thing. That thing was growing on me, but we didn't get it. But it was a cool shop. I know Apostle knows right where it was at. So that was our Friday morning. Then we went and had some
Yeah.
lunch. Oh no, we did not go have some lunch. Then after our fig hunt is where VIP adventure number one takes us. And I'll tell you what, I'm gonna have to have a drink of Fresca right now before I continue. Apostle, do you want to chime in or?
Yeah, so yeah, we were going after the toy hunt. We were planning right around, like we went to the UFC because we were like, oh, we can eat there for pretty cheap and it's pretty good. And then they're only do lunch from 11 to 2, so we got there around noon, I think, or maybe 1, almost 1. And then yeah, I showed up
Yeah, and the
also.
guy, your
Showed
friend
some,
at the gate. So they told us, yeah, yeah, make sure that you go for lunch. Like lunch was
yeah,
it's a big deal. Big deal.
yeah.
So we took the
Which
shout out to the UFC and their just operation is just first class.
yeah,
And they showed me around, the facility, the entries of the place. It had Emmy awards. It had books. It had a statue of Joe Louis, and there may be a picture of me giving Joe Louis these hands.
that's
You can
right.
see a little bit of cuts on these hands because I've been training hard with these hands.
That's right.
So yeah,
Yeah. So we
and
toured, checked out the warehouse, checked out the headquarters, ate lunch. Then we went to the Apex, checked that out. See some exclusive footage of that maybe on here.
coming soon, and everything everything that I saw with my eyes that had to deal with the UFC, TKO, the parent company was all first class.
All right.
I mean, if you guys are ever lucky enough, if you guys are ever lucky enough where you get to take the trip like I did and Dan's able to take you around, I mean, we didn't plan this. I mean, we did plan it, but it worked out. It timed up really good because the guys were off in Brazil, so that allowed to us to have access where normally there probably was no access to be allowed. So exclusive
Sure.
content. Be on the lookout for that, and maybe we'll put a theme music to some of it.
Yeah,
So
I don't know if this is.
gotta do that too. Yeah.
apologies if anybody's offended by my sloppy looking body. I'm working on it. Apostle, he's been coaching me. He gave me some other things to work on, some dietary tips. So apologies. It's a work in progress. I
You look
like
great. You look
food.
like a top-notch heavyweight.
I like food and I like to eat. And unfortunately, as you get to be my age, you're not burning as many calories and your body hurts a little bit more. But we're working on some things. Yeah, footage to be seen.
Yeah, that's pretty. That looks powerful. Not the sweat.
And just, I can't thank you enough for that part of the trip. That was definitely a VIP experience that I don't know how many people get to do.
Yeah, it's like it's
So
weird because yeah, I've never been in a job where they're like, yeah, you can bring. They get it because you can bring like a friend or a spouse or family member or whatever and check everything out, and they try and hook you up with. It's like they get it. They get it's like a fun thing if you're a fan. So yeah, they make it. They don't bitch about like like if it'd be one thing if like they're like where you said they're people in town and they're gonna prepare for an event, but nobody's using it. They don't give a shit. Just go, yeah, go check shit out, have fun.
So the other cool thing that I thought, like when we were sitting there in the, I don't know if you necessarily call it the cafeteria, like the place
Yeah,
where we were eating, and it was right next to the Performance Institute, not to be confused with the WWE's Performance Center.
yeah,
And you were saying at any given time you could be sitting there eating your wonderful steak bowl with Brussels sprouts,
yeah,
minding your own business, and Kamal Usman walks by, or
yeah,
Justin
yeah, yeah.
Gaethje, or Sean Strickland. You'd never
Yeah, you
know.
never
Dana
know.
White could be walking by, and you're just over there eating your prepared gourmet meal that was prepared to you by the chef. You
Yeah,
know, so it was definitely a eye opening, and it was a wonderful experience. Like I said, everybody there, from the warehouse workers to the gate workers to the guys that were in the cafeteria with us, all top notch people, all top notch people. You
yeah,
know, and they were more than welcome. They were more than welcoming. They allowed us to take. They allowed me to take pictures, and yeah, like you said, they get it. They get it. So
yeah.
great first part of our adventure. So then after that, I think we went to a Target, but we had made our plans. We were going to go pick up our credentials, I think at that point,
Oh yeah, yeah.
for
We
the,
went. Did we go the credential first or after the target? Yeah.
I think we got our credentials and then we went to the Target because we wanted to plan, we
Yeah,
wanted
yeah.
to,
Right after UFC, we went to the target, right, or to the credentials, because it was like by that time it was like 2 or 3,
yeah,
2 p.m.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then it kind of started raining a little bit
Yep. Yep.
when we were on the way to pick up our credentials. So we make it over there to the LVMS. And the LVMS, for those of you who think it's Lompoc Valley Middle School, that's incorrect. We went to the Las Vegas Motor Speedway to pick up our credentials. So we get to the ticket window and we give them our name, and they kind of look at us like, we don't have, you need to go over there to the credential place.
Yeah. They're like, you
And
guys are
then
too
the lady
fancy
was
for this.
nice. She gave us the directions, and we went and we picked up our credential
Yep.
for the NASCAR weekend, which was fun. You know, we got our credential. By that
Yeah.
time, after we made the trip down there, I think we went to look at the liquor store. We went to a fancy,
Oh
fancy,
yeah, yeah.
fancy, fancy liquor store.
There's like liquor
We're
lineup or something like that. They usually have good stuff there. This one wasn't the
correct.
biggest, but it's kind of like a liquor emporium type place equivalent to Lompoc, but probably a little better, probably more choices, but I don't know.
And at the first place, I don't think we bought anything, but then
Nah, cause
somehow,
nah, cause you were like looking around and you saw a couple things you liked. I'm not drinking, and then you were like, I was like, oh, we'll go. I forget what we had planned to do next. Maybe we were just like we're gonna go to a Total Wine, and I looked for the closest Total Wine that was near where I lived. So then we took the freeway and then got off towards Boca Park, which is like Lower Summerlin area. There's a Total Wine and a Target, and we went in the Total Wine, and then you got a few free shots or half shots or whatever of like various tequilas, and then
that's right. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, and then we checked out their beer selection, saw some interesting things, but you still didn't buy anything.
But I regretted it because there was that pumpkin. There was a coffee
Oh
pumpkin
yeah, that was
porter that I wish I would have got. I wish I would have got that coffee pumpkin porter, and then those other fancy, um, the Bride of Frankenstein.
Dankenstein or whatever. Yeah,
Yeah, Dankenstein and Bride of, or the Bride.
Bride of
And at
Dankenstein.
that point, I still didn't pull the trigger because we were
Yeah,
still going to be out carousing, and
and
we
then we
figured, well, I figured we'll see them everywhere else
yeah, yeah,
that we
you would
go.
think, and I figured too, but I guess we were both wrong. But we
And we
did
were
go to
wrong.
then we went to it was getting later, so we meet your cousin then, or we went to
No,
the
we went somewhere.
did we go to Whole Foods
We
after
went
that?
back home. We went back home first,
before Target.
We went back to the cool
We
guy
went to
zone,
Target and then home.
and
Yeah,
then we
that's.
called Matt. We called Matt, and then we met them.
Mhm.
Like, cause that we got home. It was about 6,
Yeah,
and
and
they
it
were
started.
originally telling us we were gonna meet. They were gonna meet us at 7:30.
Okay, yeah, it started getting dark. So then we went to. It told me not to take the freeway, so then I took a little one of the main streets that go to towards the Aria.
Aria.
Yeah, and we got rear-ended right there. There was a guy riding a bike, kind of in the rain, no light on his bike, but I stopped with plenty of time. Like, just had to stop a little hard. And then we were sitting there for about 10 seconds, and all of a sudden, some bitch rear-ended me. And I was on the left side lane. There's 2 lanes. Everybody just stopped and let me pull over. Like, I put my signal on, pull over to the near side street, and then I looked behind me and nobody followed. So we were kind of like, oh, this fucking curse followed us. Uh, and I wasn't driving fast, but I was trying to like get on the street and see if we could see anybody. Like, I figured how hard they hit us, there'd be some damage on their car. We'd be able to tell, but didn't see them. And then we just kept driving to Aria.
So
Parked in
before we get to Aria, we gotta give a shout out to Ross.
Oh yeah, Ross. Ross. I worked a job with him, and he parked at Aria, and he kept saying he would park at this special lot, and I was like, I went and looked one time, and I was like, I think this is like the valet lot, and or the. It's like a lot if you're going to the crystal shops, which I guess they don't technically. It's one of those things where like they aren't advertising too hard, like park in here if you're going to the shops only, but they also apparently we went and parked in there. I tried it, parked, no parking fee. Even though I think I have locals parking is free for 3 hours, and we wouldn't have paid if I parked in Aria. But this is way easier. Just go up some stairs, you're there, um, in the shops, and then you can walk to Aria. So yeah, shout out to Ross for finding this special parking spot for us. Used it 2 days in a row.
Yeah, that was a very time saving activity.
Yeah, and everybody, if you don't know this, Aria is the worst fucking place to park in Vegas because there's only one exit of the self parking apparently, or if there's another one, I don't know it. But one time, I was taking my my sister in law and her daughter, the niece, uh, out of there after we ate somewhere, and there was a line backed up 2 floors, and nobody could get out because the they were all paying. They forgot to pay ahead of time, and they're all paying at the thing and at the gate, and it was just it took an Usher concert got out, and it was just like we wouldn't move. It took 2 hours to not go anywhere. We had to get out and go get an Uber and get her back to the airport. She was gonna miss her flight. Bring up later. Bring that up later with the Songbird.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
so we did Aria. We ate some pizza at their sports book type pizza place.
That's where we met the Hendrick guys for
Yeah,
the second part of our VIP experience.
yeah, that's where it began.
So shout out to Matt and Tony and Mark and Chase and yeah, we had a good night. Told some stories, introduced the apostle to the Hendrick guys, and
They're cool guys.
had a really good dinner.
Yeah, yeah, it's great.
We spent probably good, maybe what 2 hours with those guys.
Oh yeah,
Chopped it up. They were giving us some pointers on what to look for at the races,
yeah,
and they invited us to come out Saturday for practice.
yeah. We got pretty tired. Went to bed. We knew we were going to practice the next day. Do a dry run of how the race was going to go. So we went to bed. Got up earlier. But yeah, what did we do in the morning? We, did we just go to the practice pretty
We
much,
went we went to practice.
at like 10 or something? It's pretty early, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
because we were like, oh, we got to get there.
haven't used it in so long. Battery's still good. Songbird.
Sup, yo? Sup, chat?
Alright.
We're over here, Las Vegas, Nevada, going to NASCAR weekend
It's
here.
not going well.
This is your podcasting host for the day, the Songbird with Apostle in the production part. Apostle's gonna make some.
I should have got the
appearances
microphone. I messed
coming
up.
up soon. Yeah, we're looking forward to having a good weekend here at the SharePoint. What's it called? The Speedway
I don't know.
here in Las Vegas.
LVMS.
LVMS, Las Vegas Motor Speedway. We got our credentials. And yeah, so stay tuned. We got some good shit coming.
And then I brought some bars to the racetrack, and we had those while we were there.
We had some snacks. We had snacks.
We went.
Wait, before we continue, shout out to Tony. Tony bought us dinner, and that was a fun fact. And he brought that up the night before, Friday night, that I had bought him dinner 3 different times, and I was like, bro, this like you guys have always, and I want to put this out there. Those guys from Hendrick, I've seen them in how many different states now? Arizona, California, and Vegas, and they've always treated me like a first class person, like part of the family, part of the team. And no matter who I've been with, whether it's been several different people and several different races, and they've always treated everybody. They've like really good. They've answered questions. They've went out of their way to be over accommodating, and And Tony mentioned that I had bought him dinner 3 different times, and he was buying me dinner. And I told him, you don't have to do that. It's like, dude, those passes that they get, it's like not just everybody has access to get those passes that we have. So.
Yeah, we learned that.
And Tony did buy us dinner, and I told him, I was like, well, I'm going to get you tomorrow. So
You got him.
that leads us
I
into.
getting him, but he wasn't there.
Yeah, he didn't end up going to. He didn't. We'll get to dinner. We'll get to Saturday dinner in a bit. But so we go to practice, and we get into the pit area, and we watch the Toyotas just kicking ass. And then Chase goes up, and I think, what did Chase end up, third or fourth he qualified?
Something like that. Yeah. Pretty up there.
And when we were talking to Matt, he was just concerned. He wanted to be anywhere from 10 to 15. He said if it was after 15, it was going to be a long weekend. So when all was said and done after practice and qualifying, I think Chase was third or fourth. He was in the top 5 somewhere.
Maybe 4th. I don't know. Something like that.
He was up there, so they were like super stoked, and we were happy. We were high fiving those guys, pounding, giving them nugs, and everybody's happy. And I was like, "All right, man, we'll see you guys for dinner. Let us know." But we had other plans. Dan, the Apostle, had there was a UFC event that we had gotten invited to.
Yep.
And it was supposed to be a big time barbecue.
Yeah.
And we showed up there. We stopped at an Albertsons, almost the nicest Albertsons that I've ever seen. Not the nicest, but it's like one of the nicest Albertsons I've ever seen. Very clean, new, yeah.
It's like in
And we picked up some Abel Baker beers there, some IPAs, local IPA, and then Apostle got some tri-tip, and then we made our way to Dan's friend, colleague, coworker. If you want to take over from him.
Richie's got a nice place that's in a newer development that's up in the hills. There's a big mountain behind it. Went there, and there were like 20 people there, and they're all huddled around watching the UFC, and then Richie's telling stories, and then it was a good time. It was just, and he was just cooking meat on Traeger grills and then putting it out, just cut it up. Everybody grab a piece. Here's the next meat. It's a lot of meat. Not really much else, just meat.
And for our other friends, you guys would have been a little disappointed because there wasn't enough dudes. There was chicks. There was actually chicks there.
There were a few chicks. We wanted more dudes. Just all dudes.
We needed more dudes.
We
needed more dudes. For those of you who know, the reference.
Yeah, it wasn't the best. But then, it was an early UFC card because it was in Brazil. So we watched that from 4, and till around 6, 7, and then yeah, it was a nice time over there. But then we had to
But
go
here's
meet
the
up.
kicker. I filled up, like, but we were going
Oh
to meet the
yeah,
Hendrick guys for Saturday dinner, but I was like, if they weren't there, we would have stayed there till probably 3 or 4 in the morning.
oh
I could
yeah, for
just tell
sure.
that had the makings of a pretty kick-ass evening.
Oh yeah,
But we
the
had,
people that stayed said like he said it was fun, or they're on his third story just drinking, watching the lightning storm because there was a lightning storm in the distance. So it sounded pretty
and
cool.
we saw that as we were driving back towards Aria.
Yeah,
Yeah, but if we hadn't made arrangements, no offense, because like normally Chris Adams would not leave up an event like that.
yeah, no,
Like one of the first
for
ones.
sure. We would have brought more beer if I was drinking too. I would have been there for we would have spent the night
But
probably.
yeah, shout out to Richie. Richie, he was a first class dude as well.
Yeah.
He had some cool artifacts in his
Oh
place as
yeah,
well that I
I
don't think I
like
took any
Richie.
pictures at his house. But he had some really cool artifacts, and it sounds like you guys had worked together on several other projects.
Yeah, yeah, bunch of things. But
So there,
yeah,
from there, we go back to Aria. But before that, we had made arrangements. We were going to go to this place because the night before, the Hendrick guys had asked Apostle what would be a good place to eat because they wanted to try something different. And Apostle had told him probably, I don't know if this is your favorite place, but it was like a damn good place. And even I looked it up and it was 4.7 stars. And it had like almost like 3,000 reviews.
yeah.
And we're going to plug that place. I'm going to fuck it,
Herbs and
Herbs and
Rye.
Rye?
Yeah,
Herbs
yeah.
and Rye.
It's right down the street from where I live too, so I'm like, that's part of the reason I recommend it. But I've had it like 4 or 5 times. It's always good. You want a steak, you get a steak. It's not too expensive. It's kind of standard price, or they give you half price sometimes. Then there's Italian food. Everything's really good there. But
Okay, so that being said, Apostle had said, make sure that we make reservations. So I tell my
yeah,
cousin Matt, I text him, as I say, Apostle said make reservations. He's like, all right. So he makes the reservation, and I guess they ended up being for 8:30 was the reservation. So it's like, all right.
it's
Then
tough.
he calls me when we're getting ready to leave. He said that's going to be too late for them because they're from the East Coast and they're on the East Coast time, and 8:30 was too late. Da 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 da. Okay, we get it. We get it. He was going to call over there to Herbs and Rye and see if they could get something sooner, but that didn't end up happening. So he just told us, "Hey, come back to Aria and we'll go from there." So that was fine, whatever. We go back to Aria, and we didn't really have any other plans,
Yeah,
and we didn't have Tony with us, so that we were one down. So we go and we're just cruising around the facilities of Aria, and nothing kind of jumped out to anybody, and nobody wanted what was in Aria. So then we go to the next place was
Park MGM we had
Park
walk.
MGM.
You could walk through a tunnel and go to Park MGM. I recommend it there between there and if we went that way we could have gone to like they have several restaurants. There were a couple Asian ones, but those guys didn't seem like they wanted any of that. I mentioned the Italy. There's a lot of Italian food or whatever, and they were like, yeah, let's just do that. There were things across the street, but then it's like more walking. I don't know. I think at that point they just wanted to go to the next closest thing, and then instead of doing the Italy where you kind of just pick something, all sit in the same area. I saw an Italian restaurant there that was like you could go inside and like it was its own thing. So they got all excited, and then they were like, "Oh, it's like an hour wait." But then one of them saw the bar had 5 seats at it. And they were like, "What about
That was
those?"
me.
Yeah, yeah, it
That
was
was
you.
that was
Okay.
me.
And then the lady's like, "Let me check. Somebody left that." And then she started getting it all ready, and we are about to go in. And she's like, "Wait, wait, wait! You gotta wait." And then eventually they let us in, and then yeah, we ate at the bar, and it was decent. I mean, it wasn't. I don't know. I'd say it was overpriced for what we got, but it was.
I had I don't even know. I couldn't even pronounce those things on that menu, man.
Weird names for pasta, and yeah, they had a lot of
But
high end liquor and whatever. But
So here's
Yeah,
the deal. I had already filled up at Richie's place.
yeah,
Like
that
I
was
was
the
in
thing
good
with
shape.
me too. I was trying to go cheap because I was like, I don't really need anything. I had a lot of meat.
Yeah. Yeah, we were in real good shape. So I got like eggplant and I don't even know like you got like I don't know
I got
what
some
you
kind of
got.
like pasta with red sauce, something like that.
And meanwhile, these guys are ordering the fucking cat's ass. But it was
Yeah,
cool. It was super cool. And, so I told the waitress, I was like, hey, I'm gonna buy these guys dinner. They're on their own for the drinks. And that's the gimmick. When I'm with those guys, I'm gonna buy them dinner at least once. That's the
yeah,
least I could do. The least I could do for Apostle was buy him dinner. For the hospitality.
yeah.
And they were like so thankful, thankful. And I said, hey, I just asked one. I just have one favor. Like everybody shook my hand. I was like, hey, one favor. Tomorrow, just win the race. Just win. That's all I ask for. That's all I ask for. You guys, like I said, I told each and every one of them, you guys always treat me good. You guys have always been good to me. And hey, least I could do. Least I could
Yeah.
do. So we drop them off, or we do our pleasantries. We walk back to Aria. They go to their rooms. We go back to the VIP parking lot. Then we go to Sheba Hut.
Yeah. So we were still hungry from that. The Italian food wasn't biggest portion, so it's like, oh, we got to fit in Chiba Hut somewhere. So we got some
And that
subs.
was that was the spot to fit in Sheba Hut.
Yeah. So it was pretty good. I had a little bit of Kool-Aid and had our sandwiches. Pretty good. It's getting pretty late by then. It's almost 12 or 1, I think.
I was kind of like a pause though. I can't. I don't stay up like that. So then we had decided we were going to watch the PLE.
Oh yeah, so we started it, but then I
We
went
go to
to
the
the I like
cool guy zone.
I turned it on and you were on the couch and then I was like, here, I'm gonna go shower really quick or something. I came back and you were passed out. So then I showered maybe and then I came back and you're still passed out and then all of a sudden like a new match started and they rang the bell and you woke up all of a sudden. I was like, oh, okay, he's awake. And then we watched some of the I don't know. We watched at least one match, and then it's getting late, so we're like, we got to get to a fucking thing. We're gonna get up,
So
eat.
late for me anymore is 2 in the morning. Anymore is 2 in the morning for me. That was probably about 2 in the morning, huh?
It might have been,
Maybe.
yeah. Chiba Hut had to be around midnight, and then by the time, and then in the morning we were like, oh, we'll finish watching this PLE. So we watched like a match and a half, and then we were like, oh, we better go eat. We could go downtown, look at this toy store, this vintage toy store, and then eat at Denny's.
Yeah, we had every intention of eating at Denny's, but the problem is everybody else in North Las Vegas wanted to eat at the same Denny's.
Yeah.
So here's a fun thing. Here's where our next movie project is coming. The Apostle and Songbird go to White Castle, and we proceeded to order a box of White Castles
Yeah.
in every different jalapeno, cheese, pickle, every combination of White Castles, and then we even snuck a couple. We got a couple chicken sandwiches
Yeah.
mixed in
Yeah.
there as well.
I think we had 6 each. 6 to
I don't know.
7.
We had a few.
It's a pretty solid number. And then,
So yeah, we did White Castle. We made a White Castle trip. Shout out White Castle. Wasn't bad.
yeah, not too
Wasn't
bad.
bad. Not too bad.
Yeah.
So then from there we make our. So here's where I didn't say what was like kind of bothering me was
Oh,
the fucking race started at 2:30. I didn't realize that the race was starting at 2:30.
yeah,
And
what
I'm
the
like
fuck?
thinking, all these races I've ever been to, it's been like either 11:30 or 12:30. So why all of a sudden is this one starting at 2:30? So now I'm like in my brain, I'm like panicked, and I had told Matt, I was like, I want to be there at Victory Lane and take pictures in Victory Lane,
Yeah.
but I have this fucking flight
Yeah, you gotta get
that
back
we
home.
thought we were about 40 minutes away from
Yeah.
the airport. So it's like timing up, and I'm like, in my brain, I'm thinking the timing. I was like, I got to fucking tell Matt. I was like, dude, I might have to leave before the race is over.
Yeah, yeah. If the race ended at 6, like it might have
Yeah, we
been.
had our end game number was 6 p.m. It's like
Yeah,
we had to be out of there at 6 p.m.
yeah.
So where were we? Now that we told that part of the story,
Well,
so we're
so
at
you're a little
race day.
worried. We got to the track a little later than we wanted to. We thought like, but we didn't get to walk the car out like the day before at practice. But we got
We
that
did
like
want the
waited.
car out at practice,
Yeah, yeah. But we
and
waited for.
we did get to pit. We did get to the pits with the
Yeah,
car,
yeah, yeah.
and
Matt
then
walked us out, and then we did. Yeah, we stood on the track and like by the car.
there's
You were
cool
just like,
pictures with me and you at the car. There's a
yeah.
picture with me and Matt at the car.
Yep. Saw the
You and Matt
introduction.
at yeah, yeah.
And then you were hanging around, and this guy with the whistle is telling everybody get the fuck off the track. And then you were like waiting around. And I was like, "What are you waiting for?" And he's like, "Got a picture with Jeff Gordon or
Yeah,
something."
Jeff Gordon was there. I talked to Jeff Gordon,
Yeah,
famous Hendrick co-owner of Hendrick now. He's one of the
yeah,
owners
yeah.
of Hendrick.
I bet
So I
he
have a
was
picture.
impressed.
You have that picture? We'll put that picture.
You gotta
We can
send
put
it to
that.
me. I think I don't think I
We
got it
could,
yet,
we could put
but
that picture on.
that'd
I'll
be
send
good.
it to you right now.
And then
So then,
yeah, then we got off the track and we're in the pit. The race starting. It was getting crazy. It was like we had a pretty good spot. We're leaning up. We weren't chairs, but we were leaning up against a big case that was providing shade. We found a little seat after the first few laps. We were trading the seat off. There was, and then the race. Yeah, the race was just kind of going. I went to look for
Chase is
souvenirs.
kicking ass. He's in the
Yeah.
top 5. He's running good.
Yep. Yep.
And then
There's a
fucking
pit stop.
complete chaos.
I don't even know. I wasn't there for that, was I? It was like felt like it
No,
was
you
some.
had left to go get a treat, and it
Yeah.
happened right in front of me, and I didn't think anything of it. And I see Alan, who's their boss. He comes down and he's over there reaming the tire changer, and I was like,
No.
well, "That's not good." And then they're over there going back and forth, arguing. Matt comes down, he's talking to the tire changer. The tire changer's huffing and puffing, and I'm like, "Fuck, something must have happened." And then somehow Chase went from 5th to 35th, and I was like, "Well, this is fucked up."
Yeah. And
Then
I had to
Apostle
look
gets back and he's like looking because when he left, he was like in 4th, and then he's like,
like
"Why is he in
what kind
fucking
of pit stop
35th?" And I was
happened?
like, so then we were like getting on our phones because I hate to say it, like I'm not like I don't know all like the NASCAR rules and
Yeah,
this and
me either.
that.
I know nothing.
So there was a tire penalty.
Yeah.
So then I was reading up on that as we're there, and I don't know if it's I don't know whose fault it is. If it was Chase's fault, like he got too far into the pits, or it's the tire guy's fault for rolling the tire. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like at the end of the race, Matt had said that there was several mistakes. I don't know if it was Chase or if it was the
Yeah.
tire guy. I don't know whose fault that
Yeah. I
was.
mean, it's a
Chad.
team. It's a team effort. It's
Yeah, at the end of
team
the
shit
day.
fucking up. So
So if you guys were watching the race and you saw that, please comment whose fault that
the
tire penalty
the
was.
thing I read, it sounded like the tire that they took off or were putting on rolled into the other team's pit, part of their pit, and
Is that what happened?
they had to stop it or they had to put a hand on it or something. And if some shit like that happens, like even if like if they have to do anything, another team has to do anything, you're automatically like you're a lap behind now, and then you're fucking in 35th or whatever. So you're kind of fucked for the
Yeah.
rest of the race. Like he started he was doing bet. I don't know if he was doing great by being behind by a whole lap standards, but he started doing. What happened was there was a flag because some people crashed, and then he was the leader of the penalty cars. Like a lot of cars get penalties, I guess. So then he got to make up the lap on the penalty. So then he went from 30th to like 20th, and then he was up at like 15th, and then at one point, like after he hadn't stopped for a while, he was up at like 10th or 9th. But then it was like, well, he's got to stop again. So then as soon as he stopped, it was like back to
He was back to like 21st.
yeah. So then it was like, and I knew it was a bad sign when there were people up on the fancy part. Like you could tell they were like owners or like people involved with the team somehow, and they left early. And I was like, oh, that doesn't seem good. If he was gonna win, they'd probably stay. So I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I don't think Songbird's gonna miss his flight back. And then the race ended like way early compared to what we thought. So like even if
Well, before, remember there was a crash. There was like 20 laps to go, and then there's
yeah
that bad crash. Like it was
yeah the
like
back
right in
crash
front of
happened
us.
right in front of us. I got a
Right in
little
front of us.
video. Yeah
Right in front of us. There's that bad crash, and we're like, "Fuck!"
yeah the front end was smoking. They towed it. It was like oh shit. I guess he just rear-ended the other guy, kind of fucked him up.
Yeah.
But it was good for Chase, but then it didn't pay off in the end really. So
Yeah. So I was a little relieved because we were checking on and off that the flight, and then the flight was delayed.
yeah, so we're like, oh, he's fine. But then they caught up, and it was like 15 minutes earlier than the 30-minute delay. So it was only like I don't know, it was like 5 minutes later than the first time. It's like, oh shit, well. But luckily, like, I don't know, the race kind of ended, and we're like, we don't need to be here for a victory because said bye to Matt. And then
But as we're saying bye to Matt in the pit stall next to us, we were next to the NBC. It was
yeah,
NBC, right?
yeah, I think
The
it's
NBC tent was right next to us in the pits, next to the 9 pit.
Yeah,
So one of their guests happens to be former WWE World Champion Braun Strowman.
yeah,
And I see him, and I happen to be able, like, where I could yell, "Hey, Braun!" And he like looks. I was like, "Hey, come get these hands!" So then he comes over, and I start talking to him.
yeah,
I told him that I remembered when he put Roman in an ambulance, and that
flipping,
was kind of a thing on Twitter from Paul Heyman that
yeah,
said that the only time Roman has ever been put in an ambulance was this past week, but Braun Strowman had did it, and he commented on that Twitter. He's
right.
like, everybody remembers that, but Oswald Cobblepot. And for those of you who know who Oswald Cobblepot is, you see the resemblance between him and Paul Heyman. So Braun
Yeah, that
Strowman,
was a good one. I didn't even think of it until now. I
he
heard him
was
say that, but I was just like, I don't know, I was worn out from the sun or something. But yeah, that's funny. Calm
so
it down.
he was super cool guy. Got a good picture with him and
Yeah,
shook my hand and
very
strong as
nice.
shit when he shook my hand. I tried to give
Yeah,
him the good songbird grip, but it didn't work. And super cool, super accommodating. Took that picture with me,
yeah,
and yeah, good experience.
yeah. That was about it.
So
We
then,
got out of there quick. We started driving. It was 35 or 40 minutes. Got to the airport, and that
but
was
then
about it.
Apostle drops me off. I didn't want to go home. Still didn't want to come home.
Yeah,
And I get to security. Apostle give me the directions on how to do it. And I get there and there's not a line. So I go through and I'm talking to the guy, which normally I wouldn't. I was like, hey, is this busy for a Sunday? He's like, no. I was like, why is it not busy? He's like, it's a holiday week. It's Columbus Day.
people go home Monday, maybe.
That's what
That's
happened,
usually what
apparently.
happens, but I didn't know this one because you never know. But
Yeah, so I didn't know. So we're there. And plenty of time. Plenty of time. Good to go. Flight boards, 8:05. Board. I'm thinking, all right, man, be back to California at 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock comes, sitting on the plane. Sitting on the
still on the
plane.
tarmac,
On the tarmac. Taxiing.
fucking Allegiant.
45 minutes we sit on the plane and don't move.
I did that with the Spirit recently. It's those little planes, they get put to the back of the line. All the big ones get to go first or some shit. I don't know.
So finally it's close to 10 o'clock and we take off. And then get home to Santa Maria. Drive home. The end. What an eventful weekend. What a
Yeah, it's
VIP.
crazy.
And
Seemed like
you're
it
going to
was
have to go.
longer than it was, but shorter too at the same time.
Yeah. And you're going to have to go on our Patreon account to hear the 80s story because there's an 80s story that we can't tell.
Yeah, It's a lot
So
of
if you want to hear the 80s story, you got to pay for that one. There's an
right.
80s story that we can't talk about.
Yep.
So great weekend. Like I can't thank Apostle and his family enough for putting me up, for carting me around. You know, really made it worth it. I had a great time. I hope you had a good time with the NASCAR, with my
Yeah.
contributions to getting us into NASCAR.
Great time.
You know,
I,
that
I'd
might open
never
up some
done
other
that.
avenues in the future for us as fanboys of NASCAR. And so, yeah,
Nice.
that was my Vegas vacation in a nutshell. Like Apostle said, we crammed a lot of things in. It was a short trip, but I think we got a lot accomplished in a short time. I
Well,
feel like, and
I
like I
think
said,
so.
thank you, Apostle, so much for putting me up and dealing with me for 3 days. And
Anytime. You're a great guest.
what I think I did prove is I can travel by myself and get myself to Las Vegas, and as long as you're there to pick me up, it's good
Right.
times. Like if I had to organize getting myself from point A to the next place, I don't know. But as long as you were there to get me there, good times. And hopefully, maybe I could do Las Vegas again in the future for another 3 day
Yeah.
weekend, like we had talked about on. I don't know. I'm an old man now. I'm a puss. I didn't have enough Red Bulls and Celsiuses, and I did have a form the next day. Shout out to Form. I got one
Sponsor.
at the Spencer's Market of all
Oh yeah.
places in
Nice.
Orchid. Not at Walmart,
Fancy.
not at GNC, but it's at Spencer's. I talked to the Budweiser guy, and the Budweiser guy told me where to get it. And we're
Okay.
gonna try to be the first. We're gonna try to be the first Albertsons that has it. We're
Okay.
gonna try. We'll see. We'll see if we can
Nice.
pull that off at our local Albertsons here.
Sounds
So,
good.
anything else we need to share?
Nah, not really. Maybe next week, but this week was all about that. So try and get it edited and out before the weekend. Hopefully.
Well, I know you have a big weekend this week, and like I told you
Yeah.
on previous, Apostle has a big match with Sheba and
Yeah, I talked
Guapolupe
about
on
that.
Saturday at Drake's.
Yeah.
So, Apostle, whatever you do, don't get into a chop fest with Sheba.
I'm gonna
Whatever you
dodge
do.
those chops. Don't worry.
Yeah, please do.
All right.
So,
Well, probably.
best of luck.
Yeah.
Send
Thank you.
pictures.
Yeah, I will.
Hey, last but not least, Swampsgiving 2025, right around the corner, guys. So be thinking of your raffle prize that you'd like to donate to the raffle this year.
True. We gotta get those ready. I got a lot. Probably. I could.
The goal, the goal for me is to always be bigger, badder, and better. And I don't know if we'll ever be able to take 2024 out. That was a thing of beauty where a ghost from Swampsgiving's past showed up. Uh,
True.
Fuck You, Robbie made an appearance.
Fuck that guy.
We had a raffle. I mean, Jesus Christ. But hey, if everybody, like Apostle said, we're a team. If everybody gets together, we could be better. We could be bigger, badder, and better. So
That's right.
start planning, guys. It's right around the corner.
That's right.
And we're going to have ribeyes this thick this year. 2-inch ribeyes for everybody that shows up.
RSVP now.
Yeah. Yeah, RSVP now. And then
Right.
and we don't just have to have dudes. If there's any girls out there that if you want to come,
I don't
make your
know.
arrangements
More
now.
dudes, the better.
More dudes, the better. For those that know, you know. If you don't know, you don't know. So, alrighty.
All right.
Thanks again for the great weekend. Can't thank
That's
you
a good
enough.
time.
So, all right, man.
All
We will
right.
be in touch.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll
See you
talk to you
later.
later. It's a conspiracy. The conspiracy continues. We're over here at NASCAR, and we went to pick up our credentials. And when we got our credentials, we didn't get the other stuff that we were entitled to get. It's a fucking conspiracy. NASCAR officials are going to keep that shit and sell it themselves. We're going to pick up our other parting gifts for having these credentials. So, chat, we'll be back soon. Fuck you, Robbie.
Thank you.
Fuck you, Robbie. 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 Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, Robbie. Fuck you, fuck you. Fuck you, Robbie. Fuck you, Robbie.